Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some stuff around the house that needs to be done. We're going to work on the chicken house a little bit, get it cleaned up a little bit, get ready for winter. Dump some more shavings in there. Try to get that ready. You can hear a generator running in the background. We did get the big generator running, and it's actually throwing like 70 amps into the batteries right now, and we don't even get that much with our solar. So I mean, that's pretty impressive with that new EG4 charge inverter. But we're getting these shavings right here. We're gonna get them up there and we're gonna dump them. And she's actually up there right now cleaning up the hen house. And I'll take it up there and show you how we do it. Instead of breaking it all out, how we reuse it and how we get away with it for like a year at a time. But anyway, let me get the generator turned off where you can hear up here, and she'll show you what she's doing. It's pretty cool. What are you doing?
Cleaning out chicken poo.
You're sifting it?
Yeah, I take it and I scoop it out of one side of it.
Underneath the roof bar?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I take it in here and I sift it or whatever. And it puts all the shavings back in here. And it keeps the poo in it. And then I take it out and I dump it in the garden.
Okay.
And then I'll repeat the same step for the other side, and then I'll do the back. Then I'll do all this. And you're left with the big chunks of poo.
Yep. Alright, carry on. I just got the refilling the barrel with lamb mash. And I mixed in a little bit of that soy meal in with it too. This barrel here, we cracked all the top up, but this barrel here's got all cracked corn in it. And that one did have the water in it, but them cups, they kept breaking the cups off. So we put them in there. We still use the pool over there. We're gonna clean that out today. We clean it out probably once a week. So anyway, I mean, you can tell that they're doing good. All the chickens are doing good. We've already got eggs up this morning, and she's already found this much more buried again. So got a dozen the first time, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more.
Hold on, we got more up here too.
There might be some more in there.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah. And we get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We got 11 more. We've already got them up on top of that. Anyway. While we're up here, we'll do a water update. It rained one time up here on the mountain. But it didn't rain that hard or that long. So let's see what we got. Can't really tell on these barrels, it's kind of hard to see. But the water line is up to right there. So that's roughly, well, you can kind of see a little bit better than that one right there. It's up to right there. Here's one that you can kind of really see. Right here, the water line's up to right here. So that's probably, see if we can see on here. I think that's roughly 50, 60 gallons right there. Times 4. So we got at least 150 gallons of water out of all four totes. That one rain. So I mean, that's pretty good. Especially off this roof. Right here. Still got to paint it, but yeah, you can see that the gutter guard's working pretty good too. All these leaves and stuff just not making it in the water. I'm gonna get one of those foam things and stick it over right here, just in case anything gets through there. Make like a foam insert and you stick in there to keep anything that does get in there out from going into the water catch. And this is seeming to work pretty good. They ain't leaking nowhere. I need to come out here and check it when it's actually raining to show you guys how it does. But what we do is right here, I put the shutoff valve right here. It's a 1-inch shutoff valve right here. And then I just stubbed it out over there, if y'all remember in the video. Or we can hook a water hose to it. or the pump if I want to pump it down the house. So basically what you do is just come here and turn it on, watch the end of it. And there the water shoots out. Don't want to waste that, it's too hard to get. But anyway, it just runs out the bottom here, up the line. I'm just going to hook a water hose to it and bring it around and pump it in right here on this wall right here, so it goes directly into that pool down there that we water them in. And down here at the totes at the house, I'll show you how much water we caught there. It's roughly the same, maybe a little bit more, because we have more roof space on the house here. You can't really tell because I sprayed paint on these totes, but the water line goes up right there on that one. So I know there's probably, that right there says 75 gallon, probably 100 gallon in each one, 275 gallon. So we've got roughly 400 gallons of water right now down here, give or take. So that one rain, it went from his below here, right in here somewhere, up to here. So that we caught probably, down here we probably caught, I'm gonna say 75 100 gallon in each tote, and that's just off that one rain. So that's what I was talking about. The water catch actually does really good here. So anyway, that's just an update on the water. Alrighty guys, an update on the solar here. I know this is got stuff all over top of my tools and stuff on top of it, but it's my catch off right now. Here's the EG4 charge inverter. It's off right now because I can't show you how it does with it and without turning it off. Okay, this is off now. As you can see, there's nothing on the screen. Okay, and in here, right here, I don't know if you can see this too good on the camera or not, but right now the battery's at 65%, and just solar alone right now, just solar alone, is we're putting in 18 amps into the batteries, 983 watts, 990 watts, 1000 watts. So it's bouncing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go turn on that charge inverter, and I've got it set at 55 amps because I don't want to like max it out, you know what I mean? I just don't want to do that. So I've got it set at 55 amps into the batteries. So I'm going to crank that, and then we'll come back and we'll look and see what we got. Here's the generator. It's a big generator. It's a 6500. And it's, well, I guess 30 amp plug, 240 volt 30 amp plug, and it's got 4 120 plugs. And it is electric start. I had to put a new battery on it. I don't know if I showed that in the last video. That come from Harbor Freight. So basically, I've already had it running today, but all you do is just throw it choke on right there, and then you turn it over a couple times, and it'll fire every time. Now that we fixed it. So basically all you do is turn it on. It is loud. It is loud. It's kind of reference of where it's at. It's, remember the chicken barn, the little porch we put on it? I'm gonna build a platform up there to mount that thing to. I don't know if I'm gonna concrete a spot, which most likely I will, and then I'll bolt it to the concrete spot. Put the lawnmower stuff up there, but we're working up there a little bit today. But anyway, that's where it's at, and you can kind of hear how loud it is down here. It ain't unbearable, Bob. No, man, you can get in there and close the door. Okay, the EG4, see, it starts up when you throw power on it, but it's not charging because I don't have the switch on. It says right now it's got 56.3 watts on the batteries, or volts on the batteries, I'm sorry. Okay, nothing going into the batteries. Okay, I'm gonna flip it, and you can barely hear, you can probably hear the generator bog just a little bit. So it didn't even really break the idle on the generator. But now we have 59.9 amps going into the batteries from this. So this is charging 59 amps into the batteries. So let's go right here and see. Okay, right now, remember I showed you Mingo had like 18, 19 amps. Now we have 76 amps, 4,100 watts going into the batteries now. So I mean, at that, you know, it won't take long to charge. So I'm gonna let it run until the tops of my batteries back off. So basically what we can do is I can take and run only solar batteries, just that's it. And this thing will last 5-6 days before it gets down. Like, you know, it'll gradually come down every night because it won't fully charge every day because the sun is not like it's supposed to be. So like I'll put it on 100%, And tomorrow, it'll probably charge back to 100. Next day, probably back to 100. But eventually, it'll drop down like 90 and then 80 because, you know, the cloud. Just all depends on what kind of weather you got. And this morning, it was at 45%. 45 after last night. So I figured it was time to top them back off. I don't like them getting, you know, 30s and 40s. I don't like that. They say to let them just charge all the way down, but I really don't like that. I like to keep them, I like to keep my batteries topped off because you never know what kind of weather spree you're going to have. But they say it's better on the batteries. But I've never one time, not one time, dropped those batteries down, say like below, I'm going to say below 25, 30%. Never ever, because I just don't like doing that. But probably the way the solar is right now, you can probably run for like I said, 5, 6, 7 days before it drops down to say 40%. But that's, you know, charging a little bit each day, back and forth. So, and then today I just decided I'm going to top them back off. So it's 65%. It'll probably take I don't know, it'll take probably 3-4 hours, something like that, to top them back off. At this, it's 87 amps one of the batteries right now. 86, 87. So anyway, just an update on the solar, how the generator and the charge inverter is doing. But that charge inverter is the best money I've spent so far as topping these batteries back. Here, she wanted to show you the grow pot. If you guys remember in the video, this is the one we actually built here on the porch. We just left it sitting here on the porch. We put the soil in it, which come from Rural King. It's like $2.60 a bag. And anyway, she plopped like 3 whole cloves of garlic. You know, took them apart, of course, and poked them in here. And that's all garlic growing in there. I don't know if you can tell how many's in there, but she has a ton of garlic growing in there. And it'll take roughly a year before you can harvest these. So we're going to leave it sitting here probably until spring, and then it'll go up there. So hopefully I'll have the little grow area up there built, screened in and everything. So I'll show that, what the plans are with that, but later, because you can't hear it right now because the generator's running. It's extremely loud. But anyway, that's how good the grow barrels do. I mean, them things actually, we watered it one time, haven't touched it since. So anyway, and it's still full. Anyway, all the leaves and stuff are off right now, so you can kind of get an idea of like what it's like here on the mountain. So I mean, you can tell how high we are here on the mountain. There's my trailer, and the driveway goes out and then down that way, down around. But we don't use that driveway yet because there's no gravel on it at all, and we barely have any gravel on this driveway over here as it is. So you can kind of see all the stuff and how thick it is grown up down in there. We haven't cleared it out or anything because my plans are, if you see, we've actually started the fence right here where the side by side is. Started the fence and it goes down the driveway and just stops down there because we haven't had a lot of time to work on it. And that right there, that huge net, never, ever, 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 ever waste your money on that right there. That is junk. That is junk. But anyway, got the gate there. And then this side here is going to be all in one big lot. It's probably, I want to say roughly a couple, maybe 2 acres down here, 2 to 3 acres down here at the bottom. It goes, the property line is kind of like off the bank down in there, behind in there, not too far back there. And it goes kind of an angle down through there. And then all this down through here, up the driveway, and then up this way over here, and then up this driveway is all what I want to fence in. We're going to get like 3 or 4 goats put down here just to keep that stuff like that right there eat up. You know what I mean? I want to get all that cleared up, but I'd rather get a couple goats and let them eat on it as long as they can. So, and then maybe one day we'll get gravel on this driveway. And that's just kind of an update here, what we got here. I got this plumbed over to there. I have this right here. plumbed on because this is the side that screws onto the pump. It's backwards. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that little chunk of garden hose that I have that'll screw on there, and I'm gonna drill a hole through there over top of that pool. And that way we've got to carry water in the 5-gallon jug no more. Just turn it on here, let it go fill the pool, turn it right back off. So that way, like I said, that way we have plenty of water to give them. Just get full, they won't ever have water. We shouldn't either. We use it also. Also, I got a fixed where I can hook a hose into it here, the pump, and pump it out of these tanks in the tanks up the house too. That was all in a previous video, but we'll find out later how that works. But we got plenty of water now, so well, never got to. What I'm doing is I don't have a drill bit big enough for a water hose, so I suck it in there and watering it out. Anyway, let me get the rest of the stuff. I'll get the hose and I'll try to get through there and we'll be right back. Right here, I want it long enough. This is our good hose, by the way. I'm gonna cut. Try to dumb that. Eventually what I want to do is put this 3/4 inch pipe, elbow it over from here and look in. Turn it on, that way it's a lot better and won't blast like the water hose. So right now I just want to run it at $50 water hose. If you want to go in and take the camera with you, I'll turn it on because we're going to dump it out anyway. Sure. To get the shavings out of it. I'll probably have to go down to that. I'll tell you what, just...
You take this and I'll turn it.
Yeah, whenever I tell you to turn the water on, just turn that water on and I'll rinse it out. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we cleaned it out pretty good. It's a little bit dirty around the edges, but it's alright. Got all the wood shavings out of it. That's where the water hose comes through the wall that I just poked through the wall. So you can see we got a good stream. And I'm gonna replace that with 3/4 inch PEX and just have it PEX come through the wall. That way it won't bend or nothing like that. So when I get on it or whatever. Either way, I mean, that is what it is. It works good. At least we ain't gotta carry water anymore. Alrighty guys, while their water tub in there fills up, as we showed you how we got it plumbed, it runs over here and got the water fitting here, the water hose fitting here. Pretty tight. Got the little rubber seal in it. But like I said, I'm gonna change this, put an elbow in it, 3/4 inch PEX over and in. That way it won't be floppy like this and all that stuff. So can't hear too good up here because the generator's running. I don't want to shut it off right now. So anyway, back here, what I'm going to do is how I got it plumbed in here. I'm going to go through the wall eventually now. But I may, for right now, I may just drop it down where it comes under the tote, like here somewhere, and I'm going to run PEX back out to the other side too. And that way when we turn the water on or have individual waters. We showed you the bowl water we got that's got a float in it. That's the idea behind this, all this right here, is we're gonna have waters in there with a float. But I mean, that pool, that little, was a 10 or 15 gallon pool, we filled that thing up and it lasts a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. I mean, sure they get it dirty, but I mean, worst case scenario, they still have water for at least a week and a half with that pool. The other side still uses the blue 30 gallon water that I built. they don't break the nipples off like this side does. They're bad to break them off. So, but anyway, I was wanting to show you that before we stopped. I was wanting to show you how my plans for the other side, because it's not running the other side yet, is I'm gonna tee it off here and I'm gonna run it over there, and we'll probably do some type of, may just put that float one over there and see how it works out over there. Either that or another pool. The pool works fine, so.
Check the water.
Yeah, we'll go check the water. Yeah. It's running good. It's over halfway full already. Try to go get this here and there a little bit more like that. Get up in the air where it ain't got to flow and then back up like that. Something along those lines. It'll flow a lot better. Right now it's got to go down and back up, you know, kind of. I can go in there and trim it or something, but I'll leave it like that for now. It sucks we couldn't use that other hose because I've already cut one end off it. But, I mean, that's enough water right there to last these chickens for a long, long time. Is what we have right there. So, I'm gonna shut this one back on. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already done so, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. If you subscribe or like it, it helps our channel out. We're trying to get to that 1,000 mark. So if you're watching and subscribed, if you get a chance, please do so. Thank you.